Hello, in this video we are going to discuss about a project called Password Protected Security System. For that I'm using a simulation software called Tinkercad, and in order to create a circuit for the required project we need to go onto circuits and select create new circuit option. Upon doing so, a blank workspace along with the components list on the right side is visible. So in the components list we can search for the required components. Now I searched for Arduino and it is dragged onto the blank workspace. Similarly for password, we need a keypad so that we can type out the password. So keypad is searched and is dragged onto the workspace. As you can see, this whole setup is quite a large in size, so I'm decreasing in the size. And it made the components be visible at least in a little clear way. And I'm arranging them in such a way that everything can fit in the same workspace. And now we need a breadboard for setting up remaining components, and I'm dragging it here. We also need LEDs and a piezo for alerting purposes, so I'm using LED here. Another LED, we need a piezo, and few resistors, I mean 2, so that there won't be excessive amount of current passing through the LEDs. And also we can change the color of LED. So I'm changing one of the LEDs color to green. So now we have a red LED, a green LED. Red to use when there's a wrong password, and green when there's correct password, and piezo to indicate the opening and closing of door, also to alert when a wrong password is used. And there is a keypad to type out the password, and Arduino to set the whole project up. The 4x4 matrix keypad has 16 built-in push-button contacts connected to row and column lines. An Arduino can scan these lines for a button pressed state. If the keypad library is included, the propeller sets all the column lines and row lines to input. So there are row pins to connect it to the Arduino. Similarly, there are column pins as well. Coming to the circuit connections, first let's connect the keypad. As you can see, there are 8 pins in total, out of which first 4 pins are for the row. That is, this is a 4x4 keypad, so these pins are for each row. And similarly, columns, since there are like 4 columns, each of the pin is for 1 column. So I'm connecting all of these pins to the Arduino. So 2, 3, pin number 4, and so on. I'm connecting them until every row and every column of the keypad is connected to Arduino. So these are the keypad connections, and now they're finally connected to the Arduino. Let's come to the connections for breadboard. We need to give basic connections which are positive and negative. Negative would be ground, so I'm giving the ground connection to the breadboard. Let's change the color of the wire to, let's say, black, to indicate that it's a ground wire, since green is already given to the keypad connections. And now for positive, let's take 5 volt of Arduino and give it to the board. So it is connected over here. Let's change the color to red to indicate that it's a power wire. Now the cathode terminal, which is connected to the resistance of both the LEDs, should be given to the ground. And these connections are done. After this, the anode of the LED should be given to at least one of the digital pins of Arduino. So I'm doing the same. Red LED would be given to pin number 10. Let's change the color of the wire to purple to indicate that it's an output wire. Similarly, for green LED, we can give the connection to, let's say, pin number 11. And again, I'm changing the color of the wire to purple. Again, piezo, this positive terminal and negative terminal. Negative of piezo should be connected to the green LED. Should be connected to the ground. And the positive terminal of the piezo should be connected to one of the digital pins of Arduino. Let's say pin number 12. And since piezo is also used for alerting purposes, which is an output, I'm changing the color to purple. So purple wire indicates that all of the circuit ensembles are output. As you can see, I altered the connections a little so it would be neater and easy for you to understand. Now these are the keypad connections, and purple wire indicates the output ensembles, and the red wire indicates the power wire, and black indicates the ground wire. So these being the circuit connections, let's get into the programming. To program our Arduino, we need to provide a code, which we can do it here by clicking on code option and selecting text button, clicking on continue. We'll get a default code provided by the simulation software, which we can just replace it with our own code. So as you can see, this is our code. We included a library to get the functions related to keypad, which is keypad.h. And we also gave the number of rows of the keypad, which is 4. Similarly, column, which is also 4. And now red LED is connected to digital pin 10. It is given here. Similarly, green LED is connected to 11 and piezo is connected to 12. Now we are giving the matrix of the keypad. So these are the orders of row 1, which is 1, 2, 3, row 2, 4, 5, 6, row 3, 7, 8, 9, and row 4 as well. We are also giving the connections for row and column. As I told you before, the first 4 pins are for row 4 and they're connected in order of digital pin 9, 8, 7, and 6, which is given over here. Similarly, column, for columns, all the 4 pins are connected in the order 5, 4, 3, 2, which is given over here. And we are setting up a password. So 6556 is the password for the system. And this function is to get the password. And this for this keypad, we are naming it as a numpad, and we are giving the row pin, column pin, number of rows, and columns. So this is the basic function of the keypad. Coming to the setup, red LED, as I mentioned before, is an output. Green LED is also an output. Similarly, piezo is an output. Initially, we are setting red LED to high, and we are starting the serial monitor to observe if the door lock is open or not. So now in serial monitor, we'll get a message called enter passcode. So upon doing so, the C key will get the passcode we entered, and if it is less than 4, we'll get an asterisk symbol indicating that the password is about to be typed out. And this goes on until all the 4 characters are filled. Next, if it is equal to 4, then we'll check if the password is equal to the password which we gave before, that is 6556. So if it is equal, we'll get a message saying enter, and red LED will be low, green LED will be high, indicating that it's a correct password. And then piezo will indicate that the system is opening, that is, we got an access. And or else, if the password is not equal to the given password, which is over here, that is, if we use a wrong password, we'll get a message saying it's a wrong password. Red LED is set to high, green LED is set to low, and piezo starts alerting. As you have noticed here, there is a command called tone piezo. Here the piezo tone is less, whereas here the piezo tone, it starts buzzing for a long time, which is like an alert. So here the piezo tone would be high, and after that, again, system goes back to the loop. Again, it will ask us to enter the correct password. So this is how the code works, and in order to observe this, let's get into the code and start simulation. Serial monitor. Initially, we got the enter passcode message. Now I'm typing out the correct password. As you see, I typed out one number of the password, and we got a asterisk. So I'm typing out and the letter, similarly and the number and the other. Now it is 4. Green LED set to high. Enter. Again, it is asking for us to enter a password. So I'm typing a wrong password. As you can see, the piezo glowed buzzed for a lot of time, indicating that it's a wrong password. Also, the LED is set to high, indicating that it's a wrong password. And we also got the message printed over here. So this is how the code works, and thank you for watching this video.